A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. The only source of knowledge is experience. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Logic will take you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Play is the highest form of research. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Intuition is nothing but the outcome of earlier intellectual experience. A new type of thinking is essential if mankind is to survive and move toward higher levels. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion. We act as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life, when all that we need to make us happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Possessions, outward success, publicity, luxury, to me these have always been contemptible. The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious. Genius is the ability to focus on one particular thing for a long time, without losing enthusiasm. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer someone else up. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind. If you want to understand a person, don't listen to what he says, watch what he does. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination. I believe in standardizing automobiles. I do not believe in standardizing human beings. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. The important thing is to never stop questioning. The only thing you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. The value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. Learning is experience. Everything else is just information. You can never solve a problem with the same kind of thinking that created the problem in the first place. I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Innovation is not the product of logical thought, although the result is tied to logical structure. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination encircles the world. A true genius admits that he knows nothing. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. To stimulate creativity, one must develop the childlike inclination for play. You never fail until you stop trying. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth. but delicious in maturity. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile.